All right, so in this video, it's kind of funny because I just did a video on does your Bible sweat a couple videos back, and look at this. See, it's that time of year, guys. I don't know if you probably can see it better if I come out here. Little spots here. I think I saw some on the back. Yeah, you can see a little. My Bibles are sweating. They've been to the gym. That's just a really good sign that natural goat skin is just wonderful. I'm doing a video. A lot of people say what their favorite layout is and what's their favorite Bible. Um, I'm not saying this is my favorite Bible. I'm just saying this is my favorite layout and setting and size and everything for the NASB. So this is what I believe is the best. And this is the Allen Readers. This is the newer edition with the 36 GSM paper. I think it's like a pretty good jump above the first edition. I was able to see one from a friend of mine, and the paper quality on the first one it really doesn't match up to the 36 GSM, and just the nice little bit of cream color you get from this. It's almost like like a milky type of color. But this is my favorite layout, and the reason why is because the NASB they did a wonderful job. Just the whole way they thought this through. This is a layout that was done by Lockman. I mean, the layout, everything in here you see is done by Lockman. Of course, this was printed by Youngblood in the Netherlands for this particular one, done on the paper they use. But what you'll see here is you got pretty good leading for this Allen Readers, and you also have what I like is the subject headings. Let me take a drink of something. So, I don't think soda is the best thing to drink when you're thirsty, but okay. So you get subject headings. What I like is this wide center column. It just looks nice. That's aesthetic. The aesthetics of it looks nice, but also it allows those references to be a little bit bigger, or the notes, textual notes, anything like that. So that's what I like about it. I like that it's not too big. For some folks, this probably would be a big Bible. For me, it's not. It's not too big. It's not too small. It feels and it reeks of quality. It really does. You pick it up and you're like, this thing's a tank. It's like, man, you got a good leather liner. You have a great natural grain goat skin on the outside. I like the color combination in this one. It's the navy blue. You got the silver Beresford ribbons, and then you got the blue under silver, which is just takes it to a whole new level. I kind of, next time they come out with this, I'd like to get the black. I kind of saw a few black ones where it had everything's the same except for the black leather, and that really contrasts well with the silver and the silver under blue. I think that looks really good, so I think I'll go that way next time. Anyways, let me go to the New Testament and show you why I like this. And I think all NASBs out there do that, except for the Preacher's Bible wouldn't have any cross references or textual notes. But what I like is when you're reading the NASB, not only do you get these nice subject headings, which you'll find they're pretty much the same in every NASB, but you do get the Old Testament quotations in what do they call that? Small caps. I forget what they call it. You guys can put that in the comment section below. But it's capital letters, and you'll know that when you're reading that it's in the Old Testament. It's referring to the Old Testament, and you see that a lot. Another thing I like about the NASB in this layout is italics. Now the ESV, if they could just add the italics, if they could actually adopt these two things, the capitalization of the Old Testament scriptures when they're quoted, and the italics, I would have no problem using the ESV all the time. I wouldn't have no problem, because I've noticed in the ESV that there are some things added that are kind of lean towards a theological viewpoint, and which you should, always, when you're studying, look at the original languages, look at other translations. That you should always do that anyways. But it'd just be nice if it was already there. So I'm like, okay, they added that word, and that just, it stands out. another thing too is sometimes when you're reading through the New Testament, you don't even realize if you're reading the ESV. I'm not knocking the ESV, guys. I'm just saying what I hope they would do someday. Maybe even if it was a special edition of the ESV or something. But when you're reading the ESV, sometimes you just come through and you don't even realize you just read an Old Testament text that was quoted. So that's really nice. So the italics and everything. Okay, back to this Bible and the layout. I love the Concordance. I think it's 72,000 cross-reference, or 70, or is that the cross-references? I think the cross-references are 92 or 72,000, something like that. But it has a good concordance. It's pretty much what you would just need on the go. It's nothing too big, but it's not too small either. And then you have your maps done on thicker Bible paper, which is nice. That way, if you want to mark up your maps, I haven't got into that. I'm sure that someday I will. But also, you do have 30, I believe it's 32 pages for notes in the back here. So, guys, that's my favorite NASB. That's my favorite layout. That's my favorite NASB as far as the layout, the build, who it came from. So it's Allen Reader's Edition. They should be doing it again. They usually do because it seems pretty popular. A lot of people like it. Hopefully they keep on doing that. Now, you can get the same layout from Foundation Publications, but you're going to get not near as good as paper. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I have a calfskin edition, and it's kind of cheap, guys. I mean, it doesn't seem that great, and it does have that blue hue, which doesn't bother me, bothers others. But if you're gonna, like I said, if you're gonna use a Bible, I know that you're gonna want a Bible that you're gonna be, excited to pick up, excited to handle, and that'll draw you into reading and studying it. So, with that being said, that's my favorite NASB layout and my favorite of all time. I think second to this, just to wrap it up, my second favorite layout would probably be the Preacher's Bible. The only thing I can't stand is they don't have the textual notes and the cross-referencing. Of course, I can understand why. That is strictly for preaching. Of course, it doesn't have to be. You can use it for your own Bible. But that was designed strictly for preaching. So you're putting your own notes and cross-references and, the way you want to expound and do your own exegesis and all that. But that's my favorite NASB, guys. So until next time, good day and God bless.